Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, hey, it's Airwolf. You to help me out here, sir? Betcha.
You suck. You know, Knight Rider was a way cooler TV show.
Aww.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers figure from Transformers Siege. It's Spinister. Now, I found this at my local Walmart here in Central Grove on the south side of Indianapolis, and he was sitting on the shelf. I was actually looking for something completely different. I think it was a worthy cap, actually, and saw this guy sitting on the peg and was like, hello, and snapped him up. They only had the one. This is the only one I've seen on the shelves, and they also had a Crosshairs, and he was kind of sitting over by himself somewhere else, and I got his too. I love this figure. I love the color scheme. I've always liked the character from back in the day, and you know, I always thought this would be a good Beast Wars character. The name Spinister sounds like it could be assigned to a Predacon, a spider, like an orb spider, and then do like Arachnid, where he's got his spider mode, and then like you know, a Transmetal Beast mode 2, where he turns into a helicopter with the legs being the you know, the blades. I think that would be cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? So yeah, definitely fun. Let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Spinister in the packaging, and I've got to say, when I first picked it up, I thought for like a hot minute that this was a redux of the Springer figure for Siege, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is way too small to be that figure, and then looking at it, it didn't fit the mold at all. Like, the helicopter mold was completely wrong, and there was no way to get it into a vehicle mode, obviously, because it's a different figure. So that went out my head pretty quick, but that was my flash thought. Color on this thing is spot on, definitely digging that. Same packaging that we've been getting in the Transformers Siege line for these style of figures. There's the Decepticon logo. Side of the package here has got some really cool artwork with Spinister. I am digging that. Front of the package here, there he is, Transformers, Siege, all that kind of good stuff. And then the side of the box has got the kind of poster art that we've been getting. Back of the package, same format. We get the robot mode, we get the helicopter mode. He transforms in 27 steps. He can also use the Battle Masters, because that's what this line does. And yeah, that, you know, it works pretty cool. Definitely dig that. So there's a close-up of the back of the box right there. Pretty simplistic, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Spinister out of box and see what we think. So here we have Spinister out of the packaging, and I gotta say, I love this figure. This is a very cool figure. Love the color scheme. I love the sculpt on it. The biggest gripe I've got about it, well, there are two. One is in transformation, when you're putting him into the helicopter mode. You've got this weird leg setup, and I'll talk more about that when I get into the helicopter mode. And it just, I don't know, it's very odd to put together. The other thing is the blades on the back, and that's really every Transformer that has a helicopter mode. They never can seem to get the blades to sit proper, which I don't get. Just make it so where they clamp into place somehow. I don't know, it just really irks me. Now, one of the things I really like about the figure, his guns, on the back of the package, they show to actually have him hold them in his hands, but I think they look cooler as double blasters sitting on his wrist, kind of a la Hot Rod. I don't know, it looks a little bit cooler, and, you know, that's the way I want to display them. Articulation on this figure is pretty decent. Just kind of a close-up here. The head moves back and forth. It does not have much movement up and down because of this piece right here, so be aware of that. Arms move up really, really high. They move all the way around. There is a mushroom peg at the top of the arm there. He's got a double jointed elbow, which is pretty nice. He does have a twist at the waist, which is cool. The legs, very stiff. They kick that far forward. They kick all the way back. They do kick outwards really, really far. There is a twist with a mushroom peg at the upper leg there. He's got a very nice knee joint right there. He's got hinge joints, if I can get it into focus, on his feet right there, which is pretty cool. And he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I love this head sculpt. Definitely very cool. I like the light blue, kind of turquoise paint. He's got his eyes painted, the Decepticon logo, this kind of hot pink purpley color, the darker purple on his arms. Everything just looks super cool. You know, the helicopter bits hanging out the back, they are what they are, and he had them in the original G1 character, so I'm okay with it. But getting the big V blade right there to get in the proper spot like I've got it here can be a pain in the tush. And again, like I had said previously, it's kind of the problem you have with every Transformer that has a helicopter mode, and it just kind of is what it is. But this guy just looks gorgeous. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, I'm digging the sculpt. I like the multi-colors he's got going on here. He's got kind of these dark purple blaster along with the blue one. He's got the gray hands. The paint apps on the waist look really, really good. The grays, the blues, all of that just look really nice. Silver paint apps on the chest. Very, very cool. The back actually looks pretty decent, even though, you know, he's got that helicopter stuff going on there. We don't get a lot of, and that's air quotes, lot of helicopter kibble, mainly the blades on his mid back there, which, you know, works for me. It's pretty cool. Again, I've got mine in an alternate setup. The packaging shows you him actually holding the blaster guns, but I don't know. I kind of prefer this look. You know, pose your toy as you see fit. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, sculpted really well. I like how, even though the legs, lower legs, are the canopy of the helicopter, there are parts that fold back in the back to kind of close it up. I will say I question how this figure will, you know, last in time, because it's the whole bottom legs are transparent plastic, which look cool, but you know, again, will it crack and break over time? I don't know. I will say, again, transformation on this thing is kind of goofy because he's actually got a fake cockpit leg and a real cockpit leg going on there. And while it looks super cool in robot mode, it is a bitch to transform. For comparison, here we have a Spinister with the Quintesson Judge from Transformers Cyberverse, and as you can see, he is taller than the Quintesson Judge, almost said Sentinel Judge, right there. So, I mean, he's about standard size for a deluxe figure from the Transformers Siege line, which is pretty cool. Definitely dig it. I wish Spinister was a little bit bigger. He'd be a cooler Voyager figure, I think, but it's nice to get him at least in this scale. So here we have Spinister in his helicopter mode, and like I said, this thing is rather annoying to transform because of this leg here. You basically have to put the leg that has the little landing gear facing forward, and then the other leg comes back up underneath the helicopter, and it's just very, very goofy to get to do that. If I can get this thing to focus right. There we go. So be aware of that. And the instructions really, really suck. The key is getting the feet to kind of go these directions and getting this piece to go up underneath. Now, I will say it does help that there are some pegs that clip into the arms, both on the pink part and on the blue part there. So that's kind of nice. The helicopter itself looks pretty decent. The blades spin really, really well. I do like that. I like how he's got the two twin guns. That looks cool. Lots of nice detail. We get this fantastic Decepticon logo on the back there. That looks really nice. But overall, I like the helicopter mode. It reminds me of the old G1 character. Not bad. It's not the best, but definitely cool. Lots of detail on the rotors, all that stuff. The silver and the pink paint looks good. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad helicopter mode at all. So definitely very cool. I can completely see this being retooled as Whirl. And if they don't, they're just wasting an opportunity, in my opinion. So is Spinister from Transformers Siege a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. If you're a G1 fan, you're going to love this figure. If you liked Spinister and are a completist, you got to have this figure. I think this would appeal to the non-G1 era Transformers fan as well, just because it's so well done. It looks cool. It's got an interesting color scheme. It's a helicopter. A lot of people like helicopter figures. Yeah, I mean, it's just all around done pretty good. My two biggest gripes with it, as I've said throughout the review, are the helicopter blades getting them to stay in the V formation here, which can be done. They do flop around. Be aware of that. And the transformation with the fake cockpit leg is kind of cumbersome. But other than that, it's actually a really well done toy, well sculpted, well painted, has great joints, poses well, and I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. So there he is, Spinister from Transformers Siege.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.